we've been talking to you a lot about a really wonderful site called the Autism Site that shares lots of information and lots of hope. And Jim is with us to talk not only about the Autism Site, but about their parent company, greatergood.org. So first of all, Jim, we want to welcome you to the show.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Well, we're really impressed with what you guys are doing, and we want to talk about both the Autism Site and Greater Good, but let's start with Greater Good. What is the mission of Greater Good?
Sure. So the mission of Greater Good, we're really devoted to improving the health and well-being of people, pets, and the planet all over the world.
I love this mission, and I have to say that, we found you, and I found you through the Autism Site, because of course that's of interest to us. But in saying, looking at the site and saying, this is a remarkable site that's a great resource that you just share so many different things, and then wanting to know who's behind this, because we wanted to get in contact with you guys, and seeing the vast array of things that Greater Good covers, that it's not only just the Autism Site, but you have a site for diabetes, you have a site for breast cancer, you have a site for animal welfare, for veterans. I mean, the list goes on. It's sort of anything that is a worthwhile cause. You guys seem to be doing a really good job of covering.
Yeah, certainly. And we continue to try to build that up. I think right now we have 11 causes amongst those that have you named. And of course, one is the Autism Site. And those are through greatergood.com, our partner, greatergood.com. We're the charitable partner of greatergood.com.
Well, Jim, maybe let's talk a little bit about the charitable part of that, because not only are you having these wonderful sites that provide all this information, but you're taking it a step further. So tell our viewers how you do that.
Yeah, so there's a few different ways. Greatergood.com is a click-to-give site, so folks can come to any of our site verticals there, whether it's the Autism Site, the Animal Rescue Site, or the Hunger Site, to name a few, and they can click on the click-to-give button, and that's for free. And as we add those clicks up, our advertisers give us money for those clicks because they know that their ads have been seen. And then we take all that money that we get from the advertisers and we give that all back to our charitable partners.
Really remarkable. I think it's a great idea because it gives an opportunity for people to get information, and while they're doing that, they get to give back to the charities that they would most be interested in giving to. So it's remarkable what you guys are doing. You're very aptly named. You're for the greater good. I love it. Let's talk a little bit about autism in particular. So you guys are a great resource, the Autism Site. But again, when people go there, if they click, where is that money going? How are you supporting individuals with autism?
Right. So we have, I think right now, between 5 to 7 autism partners. And so if you go to the gifts that give more, well, as far as to answer your first question, to where the click money goes, we have a few different partners that are set aside as click partners, and they receive those click funds. The click funds for the Autism Site are set aside to pay for therapy for people with autism. There's also our Gifts That Give More program that is featured on each of our site verticals, including the Autism Site. And there we have listed all our partners are listed, and we built fundraising pages for each of them. Some of them have more than one fundraising page. Each page is raising money for a certain program. That might be raising money for, therapeutic family play sessions, for behavior therapy for autism and military families. Kind of goes on. There's one where you can donate to help children with autism with speech therapy. So folks can, go to the Gifts That Give More page and find a program that is important to them. They can read the story behind it, behind the partner, and see the pictures. They can donate. And then we also get feedback from the partners. We get stories and pictures that we provide back to the audience so they can see how their money made a difference.
Well, it's absolutely remarkable. And I'd like you to take just a second, Jim, and tell people what the site is that they can go to specifically for the Autism Site and where they can go for Greater Good.
Sure. So for the Autism Site, you can go one of two ways. You can just go to the autismsite.com. Or you can go to greatergood.com and click on the Autism Site vertical there. And for greatergood.org, we do have our own website that lists some of our signature programs as well. And those are really the two great resources.
And so if people want to get involved, they can start by just visiting the sites, taking in the information and clicking and see what there is. I notice, for instance, Jim, that there is a store on the Autism site that sells some of the coolest stuff I've ever seen. There's a jacket that's on my birthday list.
Oh, is it? Yeah, that's a good one. I've seen that one.
It's a beautiful, beautiful jacket. There are some things, I mean, we've all seen some of the run-of-the-mill things that are out there for autism, and some of them are really beautiful, but I really want to say that you have some stuff I haven't seen anyplace else.
Well, we really appreciate that. And, that's just another component of trying to raise awareness, through selling cause-related merchandise. And a portion of every sale of anything on greatergood.com goes back to the charities.
Well, I just want to thank you for the great job that you're doing. I think it's remarkable. Anytime you see somebody do something and do it well, and it has a benefit for a lot of people, it's very exciting, and you guys are certainly getting it done. We really appreciate you. We want to let people know greatergood.com and greatergood.org, and of course, Autism Site. You've got to check it out. Great, great stories. And I would also thank you. You featured us from time to time on that site, and we appreciate that. Because we're always trying to let people know information as well. So we thank you so much for being with us this morning, Jim.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
And keep up the good work.